Hey, Juanita Waterman here, and I'm doing about me video, and this is for the 21-day video challenge. So let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Juneau, Alaska, born and raised there for 20 years. It's on the side of a mountain on one side, and on the other side is the channel, and then another island, and then the ocean. So the only way out or in, you had to take a boat or you had to take a plane. So you're trapped. And I remember even as a small child looking up at the sky and seeing the airplanes, Alaska Airlines flying by, taking people to California, I just knew it, or Hawaii, wishing I was on that plane, wishing I was a stewardess, and wishing would work. Wishing doesn't work. And we had a pretty sad life. We weren't rich. We were not we were pretty poor. And then my parents got a job owning a bar. And then a lot of more terrible things happened in our family that just really made me want to save my family more than anything in the world. I just wanted to save my brothers and sisters. I loved them so much. And I loved my mom too. And I wanted to save her too. But I couldn't save anyone. And it hurt for a long time. And I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then the teenage years come and all the hormones go in your brain and you actually have no brain. Maybe some of you did out there. I didn't. And I did everything wrong. I did drugs. I did just name it, I did it, okay? And I always justified it. Oh, at least I'm not as bad as that person. It's just really sad. So what goes on after that? Well, one day I get pregnant and I'm going to have a baby. And I feel like at last, this is somebody I can save. This is somebody I can help. But I have nothing for this baby to give them except my love and my need to save them. So I had my beautiful little baby boy, and I cleaned up my life, and I started searching. I started looking, praying. And before you know it, I become one of Jehovah's Witnesses. And but I don't do that very good either. I am still so messed up here. I'm not even able to do what I want to do and save my kids very well either because I'm judgmental, I'm self-righteous, I'm everything you're not supposed to be. Even though I gave up all the other things that were bad, I just took on a whole new way of being bad. This should be the name of my movie, New Ways of Being Bad. And so I went on that journey. But the thing was about trying to save people that really got me was I grew up in a world where we had the Vietnam War going on. We had all these terrible things happening on the planet, pollution, possible nuclear bombs going off. And to me, that wasn't acceptable as a person, as a human. And I kind of, used drugs to just numb myself. Well, what happened after that was I just knew I had to save my kids. So I went into, low income, everything. I was dependent on the government. Now that became my prison. I was no longer imprisoned by the area I lived in. Now I was actually a prisoner of the government system of poverty, which is don't make any more money because you're going to lose what you got. And you're not worth more than what you got. That's all you get. You get enough food to feed those babies and rent. You don't need toilet paper. You don't need laundry detergent. You don't need soap. You don't make enough to have those things. I remember doing my laundry in the bathtub. And, but I didn't care. I was with my kids. I was protecting my kids. I wasn't leaving it to some stranger. And that's what I was really hard on about. I didn't want to leave my kids with strangers or people I knew because I knew those are sometimes the worst ones. So when they got old enough, I did go back to work, and that helped a lot because I was no longer tied to that poverty. But rent isn't cheap. You need to work 2 jobs. So I had 3 waitress jobs going. My kids were left home alone, but they were with each other to kill each other. 8, 9, whatever. And went through abusive mates who were abusive to me and abusive to my kids. So, I mean, I had to get rid of those guys. And, not those guys, but one. Anyway, so that's my life. That's how my life was. That's what my life was like. Constantly wondering, why can't I get this together? I have the Bible. I have the truth. I have, a place to live now. I have a job. Why is this so hard? And then I got diagnosed with a mental illness. And I found out why it was so hard. I had bipolar. Post-traumatic stress from my childhood, my parents fighting and the terrible things that happened in that town, and also ADD. No wonder I couldn't function very well. So I went online. I never had a computer before. I don't want a computer. I'll never use one of those things. Those things are evil, blah, 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 right? But I finally got that computer. And this is just before I started doing that. This is a picture of me and my daughters. Okay. When I got my waitressing jobs, we went and had one of the, it was right around the Titanic, and we dressed up as Titanic people. It was a lot of fun. And so right around that time, and finding out I'm bipolar, going on medication for that was devastating. When I looked at the ingredients on it, I was devastated. And I said, I'm not doing that. I'm going to find something better. And so I did. I went ahead and took the medication, though, in the meantime, to keep me from, either going too high or too low. And found a network marketing company that had algae, some type of green vegetable. And that's what I needed, was the omega-6. So that's what happened. I started with network marketing, went $20,000 in the hole, buying training, buying leads, buying everything. And that's so small compared to everybody else. My credit cards only went to $20,000. And I was devastated because every time I heard it was, I was going to make this money in 3 months. Now I know you can make that money in 3 months, but it's going to take diligent effort on your part of talking and connecting with people for 3 months straight, 18 hours a day of talking to people. Sure, now I know I could have made it in 3 months. And the training, I would go to the trainer and say, oh yeah, we're going to show you how to do that. They can't give you courage. They can't give you confidence. They can't give you, help make you lose your fear. And that's what you're paying them money for, and you're still coming out fearful. And to them, $200, they're worth it. Yeah. But when that's your last $200, that's like, it could have been $20,000. So that was one of the things I went ahead and did. And I'm glad I did now. I mean, I've been through that funnel of never ending giving money out, and learned that a lot of the things that are going to make you more confident and more courageous are right here, and they're going to happen in their own time if you hang out with people who are courageous and bold. And the only way you can really do that is it has to be constantly, daily, and you can only do that on the internet that I know of, because I would have to go find a group of people here that were constantly improving themselves daily for the marketplace. See, here's the thing I also learned was all that stuff, needing money, that's why I didn't get money. I needed it. If I would have added value to myself and then value to the marketplace, I would have got money, because the marketplace doesn't pay for needs, it pays for value. So when I waitressed, I made money. Brought them their food. But here's the kicker. The network marketing industry taught me about universal laws. And when I understood universal laws, I understood why, or that it's true, the Bible laws do work. Because when I grew up, there's a movie that came out that was called Carrie, and in it, anybody who was Christian was overboard. They were crazy. They were insane. They did stupid stuff, and they made the Bible look totally wrong and insane. And most of Stephen King's Christian people are like that. They're just insane. And I'd read a lot of his books, so I had this fear of being like that and having that kind of place, looking like that. But in this industry, in the network marketing industry, you do believe in miracles. So I started to believe in miracles, and then I realized everything I learned in the Bible was true. Thoughts become things, all that. So the network marketing helped me even draw closer to the Bible. And it helped me draw closer to God, because now I knew that's why he tells us, I want you to think about the paradise that I'm going to make for you guys. It's going to be a beautiful paradise. There's going to be no war, no crime, nothing. So thinking about that now gave me confidence in my religion, gave me confidence in my network marketing company, and now I can talk to anyone, and I don't really care. I don't care if they listen or don't listen. That's not my job to make them listen. It's not my job to even save them. I'm a messenger, and I have a wonderful message of hope and goodness and kindness and health and wealth and wisdom. And I know people can do it, and I know they can do it without losing their soul. And so this is Juanita Waterman, and again, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And if you want to hear more about me or want to join me in something, get back with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.